Partier Trent Humphries is a Tea Party member, and I'm curious, Trent, if you could stand for just a moment. The Congresswoman supported the Second Amendment. She had a gun. And I'm curious, when you hear this, that there needs to be debate from Democrats and Republicans in the room, where you see us headed forward.
Well, I mean, we talk about other things, too, as they talk about how come nobody could be aware this man had a medical history of that, but HIPAA laws would prevent that. It's not just gun laws that are standing in the way of this happening. There are all kinds of laws that Congress needs to look at. And I think there is a time for this debate, but for what we saw and felt right now, I'm not sure that applause and things going on are appropriate right now until we've actually maybe had the funerals finished for the people that were suffered and died. My neighbor was one of those people, and I loved that man. And I want to see some introspection maybe from the people, and before the national debate happens. Okay. You know, and it's very well to have those things, but it's something that's going to happen with everybody. And I mean, it's something where, as a country, we talk about political discourse and what's appropriate and what's not. I think that applies to everybody, including the media, who's you know, and not in this has been a very, very cathartic thing for everybody. But immediately after the shooting, to see people jump to the political angles, I just don't want to see that right now, and I'm a very political person. So I would ask that maybe we have that discussion, and it's a larger discussion, and that we have that just a little bit later.
When we come back, a final note and an unexpected ending to our town hall meeting. As our town hall concluded, one of the victims of the shooting in our audience became agitated and was detained by security. James Eric Fuller, who was shot twice last Saturday, appeared to direct a threat towards a member of the Tea Party in our audience when he spoke. Fuller was charged with a misdemeanor and involuntarily committed, according to the Pima County Sheriff's Office.
What my reaction was to it was how many other demented people are out there. It looks like Palin, Beck, Sharon Engel, and the rest got their first target. Their wish for Second Amendment activism has been fulfilled. Senseless hatred leading to murder, lunatic fringe anarchism, subscribed to by John Boehner, mainstream rebels with vengeance for all. Even 9-year-old girls. There was a little girl named Christina Green, 9 years old, who was one of the deceased.
On display, too, was something no one ever expected at a town hall where one of the primary points had to do with recognizing various sorts of warning signs. This man, Safeway shooting victim James Fuller, suddenly became a suspect when he threatened a Tea Party audience participant by taking his picture and shouting out, "You're dead." Outside, Fuller was full of words for the Pima County Sheriff's deputies walking him away.
I have an injured leg. Could you slow down a little bit? You're not in any hurry, are you?
And in a strange twist, a man who was shot but survived last Saturday's massacre was taken into custody after making a threatening comment at a town hall event in Tucson. 63-year-old James Eric Fuller threatened Tea Party member Trent Humphries by saying, "You are dead."
This is a Fox News alert. Despite Mr. Obama's appeal to our better angels, there was a very public death threat today in Tucson that prompted police action. Ironically, it came from a hardcore liberal at a town hall meeting packed with eyewitnesses, concerned citizens, and a member of Congress. Eric Fuller, a well-known left-wing activist, took a close-up photo of the local Tea Party spokesman, Trent Humphries. Then Fuller said, "You're dead." He was promptly arrested. Before I get to my exclusive interview with Jeb Bush, for more on what went down in Tucson today, Jason Ogan, a deputy for the Pima County Sheriff's Department, joins us live alongside a familiar face, or at least a familiar hairdo, Stephen Cates, friend of the alleged mass murderer, Jason Lautner. Stephen was at today's town hall meeting. Tell us what happened. Tell us what was said and what you saw, Stephen.
Well, when the representative from the Tea Party stood up to speak and he announced that he was from the Tea Party, Eric turned around with his camera. Eric was in the front row and the Tea Party spokesman was in the fourth row. Eric turned around with his camera, took the picture of the guy from the Tea Party and said, "You're dead," like you had said.
And did he mean it? I mean, did it sound to you like a death threat, Stephen?
It sounded like you're dead. I mean, it didn't sound like a joke at all. Throughout the rest of the time,
had he been a pain in the butt during this town hall meeting? Had he really interfered with what was going on?
People seemed pretty shocked at what he had said. There's lots of whispers, and there's someone next to me that had turned to Eric and said, you know, now's not the time. This isn't appropriate. You need to sit down and be quiet. This isn't the time or the place for this. And he kept saying things like that whenever Eric would boo or make an interrupting noise at whatever the man from the Tea Party was saying.
Fox urgent brand new video from our Fox affiliate K-Gun showing police escorting Eric Fuller out of an ABC News town hall meeting after he made an apparent death threat. Fuller, a 63-year-old military vet who survived gunshot wounds to the knee and back during last Saturday's bloody attack in Tucson. According to officials, a spokesperson for the Tucson Tea Party was speaking at today's event when Fuller took out a picture of him and said, quote, "You're dead." He's now charged with threats and intimidation. And now for the very first time, this brand new video coming into Fox News Channel, we're getting to see Eric Fuller.
I think it's time as a country we need to do a little soul searching, because I think that the vitriolic rhetoric that we hear day in and day out from the people in the radio business and some people in the TV business, and what we see on TV and how our youngsters are being raised, it may be free speech, but it does not come without consequences.